like, oh, shit, I rolled a natural one and I can't get rid of it now because I'm a horse.
Now that's the first line people heard. I had to wait for a good one.
Yay.
Yeah, nobody gets context for that. Enjoy.
I think at this point I just live to torture YouTube with my non sequiturs.
I mean, it's fair. But yeah, we're back. We've picked up in a brand new year, which is suspiciously similar to the last one.
Uh,
Yeah.
So far. Well, I mean, a little bit less treason this year.
that's true. So
You're right. This time last year, we had way more treason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At least 10% more.
That's not an okay amount of treason.
No.
But yep, so we're back. We're gonna continue on with our adventures. For the super quick recap of last time, after getting lunch and leaving the theater where Penelope learned why you don't touch a ghost, the group headed off toward the gardens that host the botany department of Clock Tower. But on your way there, you noticed a suspicious horse that detoured you all the way to Annis's shop, where you met the suspicious horse after a bit of cat and mousing, I guess, looking for this horse. It turned out this horse was a centaur who was visiting the area, having known Annis's grandpap and wanting to collect information about healing herbs and medicines and whatnot. And then after a little bit of a conversation and introductions, you all decided to continue on like you originally did and go check out the botany department at the gardens, the royal gardens. And also you learned along the way that there's going to be a lecture later in the evening by one Lord El-Melloi II, who is both the head of modern magecraft at Clock Tower, and also one of the only survivors of a Holy Grail war that you could ever hope to meet.
Woohoo!
So that's on the to-do list for later. But first, you went to the gardens, where you noticed that the gardens, unlike all the other Clock Tower stuff, is not a secret underground type thing, but in fact a very out in the open public thing that people can walk around, and it's just through some clever misdirection bounded fields that people don't notice they're surrounded by magic stuff. Or magecraft stuff, if anyone wants to be picky. You looked around for a little bit. Eventually, you found one of the Clock Tower staff who was tending to some of the herbs that were used in potions. And by the way, like as you were doing all of this, it was while Aidin and Annis were both pretending to be horses. Annis technically was a horse because druid, but yeah, you did all of this on horseback, and no one seemed to notice until you got the attention of someone from Clock Tower who absolutely noticed. She was a bit of a gossip. She told you some things were going on with regards to Clock Tower politics, the phantasmals, and what have you. You learned a little bit about these plants, which seem to be modified a bit from the more natural ones that both Annis and Aidin are used to. But they seem to be serving whatever function Clock Tower is doing with them. It seems like they're trying to maybe make more easily produced ingredients for potions, but in your mind, they're probably going to be inferior to actually doing what nature wants. The two of you as horses then proceeded to chomp down on some of these things. In Aidin's case, it's stealing some via a very sleight of hand via horse mouth. Because we get to say that phrase now. And you were promptly informed that you're going to need to take your horses and go, since you're eating Clock Tower property. Does that about sum it up, I think?
Only one of us ate Clock Tower property.
It's true. The other one managed to steal it without anyone noticing.
Way to go, Annis.
See?
But yeah, so we wrapped up right after that because that was a fun note to end on that worked with our timeline. But you were still technically in the gardens. And you've been asked to leave by one of the people there. Let me look up her name since I don't remember.
It was Mint something.
Honeyblossom.
Mint Honeyblossom.
Ooh, with our powers combined, we can remember one whole thing.
I've got my notebook open.
Hey,
Oh,
that helps.
That's smart, actually.
Yep. Just to have something up on the screen. There she is.
She's so cute.
She's like, I would never tell you this thing. Proceeds to gossip
But-
like crazy.
Melissa's friend Melissa, her son. Fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be recapping all the things she told you. People can go watch that. She
Look,
told
I'm
you a
just
bunch of
saying,
stuff.
If we happen to run to Melissa's friend Melissa's son, we know what's up.
I mean, if you run into Melissa's friend Melissa's son, it might be at the recently decided to happen second Battle of the Bards that's going to take place at Clock Tower on Wednesday.
Oh,
It is currently Monday, so you got that. And the plans are to then go to Sherwood on Thursday to get ready for the big conclave of druids and whatnots. So,
excellent.
in which at this little concert, it's going to be Penelope and Johnny having a little bard duel in front of all of Penelope's fans, and we'll see how that goes.
And to be fair, Aidin knows nothing about this currently, so it'll
Oh.
be awesome when he does.
It'll be fun times all around. But yeah, so yeah, you've been asked to leave, and she's staring at you. Would you like to do so?
Oh, yeah, this horse knows how to take a cue. It's gonna...
Did you dismount or are you still on my back?
I think I got down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I hopped down because I was like, no. Do not do that.
Yeah.
How odd question. How tall is Miss Honeyblossom?
She is a little over 5 feet tall.
Okay.
We're not using centimeters, even though it's what all of you would be using, because I lose track of that too easily.
Yeah.
Wow, Jelly.
She's just gonna look up at Mint and be like, I am so sorry. Yeah, we should probably leave. Starts wagging a finger at Annis, like, don't you do that again.
And it's just stairs.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at. I'm not that great with horses.
Why do you have a horse then?
This is really my sister's horse.
Ah.
Yeah. I was supposed to go and take her on her daily walk while my sister's doing stuff.
Well,
So,
see
yeah,
to it that she
sorry about
doesn't eat anything else on the way out.
that. She won't.
Do I need to get an escort to make sure, or can you get her out at least?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay.
If I need to, I can pay for the plant.
No, that won't be necessary. Just, we'd like to keep these things from happening.
Okay. Okay. Well, if I may come back later with a friend who is,
Not a horse?
well, yeah, not a horse, but also knows a little more about plants and everything than I do. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. And I'm gonna start leading Annis and the others back away from where Mint is.
Okay. So you get some distance from her without much issues. Like you don't need to roll perception to notice that she is like keeping an eye on you and making sure you're not like then proceeding to go up to the next available plants or anything.
And I proceed. I'm just kidding.
It's up to you. You have free will.
Look, how many nice plants are there? Are there any others that I see that look kind of rare on our way out?
Most of the flowers here are pretty, but very mundane.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because like it is still the public gardens.
That's fair.
It seems she was specifically tending to the special ones. Although it is a very large garden area, so if you would like to look around in areas that aren't immediately around her, you're welcome to.
Now, the real question is, how many other gardeners are out and about?
You can do a perception check for that. See if you can get an idea of who around you might be a mage, might not.
I want to do that. I gotta find... Aha, skills. Alright, perception. And I just... drag. 11.
11. Okay.
I'm slowly getting up there.
So looking around, like, you notice what she was wearing with that weird hoodie type thing that looks vaguely like a clock tower uniform.
Gotcha.
Now that you've seen someone wearing one of those, you do see a few others of those mixed in with the more normal crowds.
They kind of like a certain amount apart, like.
Yeah, they're not all clustered together. Like some of them are just blending in with like the other like ground staff. They're just standing out slightly because you see the kind of orange and black colors.
Gotcha.
But
And they have like security guards too, I take it.
yeah, there's separate security here that look more like normal
they
security
just,
for a
like,
public space.
At the entrances only, or like are they also patrolling?
There's a few walking around a bit. In fact,
Okay.
now that you're looking for it, in general, looking around, you can see there a few of them at any given time. They're spread out. They're just sort of like walking paths, like the normal paths, not like the mage paths that you're on.
I was just about to ask that. Okay.
Yeah, they don't like the security doesn't seem to be doing anything like that. Whereas these people that are wearing this sort of pseudo clock tower outfit, they're walking on the same path that you've been walking on.
Okay. I'm gonna store that knowledge for later.
In general, walking on a very specialized bounded field path seems to get you places a little faster without a crowd, and also it kind of lets you identify who the other mages are.
Yeah. That's why I was like, are the guards, like mages themselves, or kind of more like mundane?
They seem to be mundane as far as you can tell.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm following behind Penelope and horse Annis.
And where are the two of you going?
So I'm trying to get a little more like out of earshot of
Yeah.
Mint.
Yeah.
And well, just anybody in general, but mostly Mint because we were.
So you're looking around for somewhere that's a bit less populated?
Yeah.
You can do a perception check for that.
Okay. Perception. Get out of here, Nick. I don't. Right. Boop. Ooh, that's a
Ooh,
11.
similar numbers.
I like that your dice are blue.
You can change the color.
I can change the color?
Yeah.
You right click. I think.
Yeah, I think you like right click on your dice.
Oh no, that'll bring up the number. There was something like.
There's a little colors palette in the top right corner.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what it
under.
was, yeah.
It's underneath combat tracker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I have green dice, and then
I can
You can color the die and the text.
I can be as pink as I want.
Such is your power.
Oh, this is a lot of power, actually. Don't mind me. Look with your pretty eyes.
But yeah, so looking around for open spaces, Penelope, you notice that as this is a more public space, there are generally people everywhere. In fact, just looking, there's only really one spot that seems to not have anyone bothering it of like mages or mundane muggle people. And that is up on one of the hills a little off the path, like not super close, but up on a hill. You can see what appears to be like a greenhouse. It's a really pretty place, actually, now that you're looking at it. There's a lot of fancy landscaping around it, but no one seems to be going over there.
I'll walk over there.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're walking over there, you notice that the very subtle, but you can follow it because you're paying attention, mage paths that go through here do lead up there.
Okay.
So given that, yeah, you absolutely go up there and no one seems to notice or bother you.
Cool. So once I'm gonna give like one more glance around before I start talking to the horse.
You know what? Because I have this anyway, have a map.
Oh.
Ooh.
Because honestly, I had to be prepared if you decided you were just gonna burn down everything and claim it for the Phantasmals.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry.
bigger map.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, shit. We could go inside a maze. They'll never find us there.
Yeah, just let me set it up so that virtual Merlin can also see it.
I was going to say, I see Merlin.
You can see him still?
Yeah.
So
He's
rude of
beautiful.
him.
Wait,
No. He can stay there. I love him.
No,
Please, I love him.
he's
There
a
we go.
creeper.
I love him.
I know you.
Merlin can now see what Horse Annis can see, which means that Merlin can see and the audience can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because Merlin is in an invisible little box up here that you can see him because he's in the party vision.
Oh.
He's treated as a player who is not actually part of the party.
Oh, these very spiky bushes are closed.
Oh, is it actually showing you that they're closed? I put
Yeah.
little invisible windows on it so that you couldn't walk into them.
The maze is closed. Damn.
No maze for you.
I really wanted to go into that maze.
All right, well, now you can walk around should you feel the need.
Eh,
All right, I'm gonna walk over to.
I guess she go to this bench maybe?
I'm 5 feet up. Oh, that's right, because I'm on a horse. I'm like, why am I 5 feet in the
Yeah,
air?
I lifted those of you who are sitting on horses. If you would like to not be on horses, I can unlift you since you're not on horses anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't on the horse anymore. But yeah, I get down.
There you go. I think I made you smaller by accident. There you go.
Whoop,
You're not smaller than Hemlock.
I'm tiny, Penelope. Alright, that
This
was
nice
embarrassing
fountain.
as fuck. Ugh. Yes, I know you're a horse. Horses eat things. I don't understand horse, Annis. I don't understand. Newton Pomore, can you translate horse?
Oh, absolutely. I will. Oh wait, do I want to spend another level 1 spell on that?
It's up to you.
'Cause
Wait, how many do I get per day? Hold up. I gotta double check how many spells I get per day. Where's that at in here?
understand what this horse is saying.
It should be in your character sheet.
No, don't bother. I'm just gonna change back.
Oh, okay. Here, let me hide you in my horse body so they don't just see you like morphing.
Thankfully, no one
Got
seems
you.
to be looking over in this direction
Yeah,
even.
yeah. Like, can I
Oh.
roll perception to make sure no one's around when I turn back?
Yeah, roll your horse perception.
I was gonna say, can I roll unstealth and be like the biggest wall ever?
Unstill.
Look at those rolls.
Okay, so yeah, as a horse, looking around, you don't see anyone in the immediate area. In fact, just because you hit 15 from down here, you can see that greenhouse I was talking about up the hill, and there doesn't seem to be anyone in the windows on that either. It seems to be empty.
There's a greenhouse near here.
Now the real question is, can I successfully turn you back into Annis?
Oh no.
He's a horse forever.
Hemlock, get off of Annis.
She
Hemlock refuses.
Did that horse just sneeze?
heard nothing.
I am no longer a horse.
The fern is tickling his nose.
No, wait. Never mind.
I think I have to clear the status from you.
Oh no.
Oh, like, yeah, let's see. So,
I
Annis.
think I found the thing where I was like, on the next turn I will change back, but I can't find that now.
Honestly, last time this happened, that didn't work though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a few questions while we're figuring that out. We're just gonna assume your body's back to a person. So, what's this about a break-in? Was that you all?
No.
Oh, I'm a person. What, we're just assuming I'm a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that wasn't us, but we do know who did it.
Oh.
There you go. I figured it out.
Hey. Clap, 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 clap,
Hey.
clap, clap, clap. Did they?
So, it's a long story. Yeah, it's a long story, but no, it wasn't us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was the first concern. Second concern is the whole like, they want to do what with the ley line?
I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. It was They want they want access to the ley line that's going through the part of town where all of the
Yeah.
phantasmals live.
And they were like, we'll just let problems happen, and if they do something, then it gives us an excuse to like
Yeah.
take it. And he's just kind of like, hold the phone. What?
That's why I ate this stupid fan. It's not like the one that you ate.
Oh yeah, and he just kind of like pulls up under his like his hoodless. You see like his hand with the fern in it.
Yes,
I got it.
That one is quite endangered, but there are more. I actually know where to get more.
Oh.
There
What do
should
you
be
use
some
this
growing.
one?
There should be some growing in Sherwood by now. I would hope.
Yeah, it looked really important and very valuable, and I didn't have this one in my books because I didn't see any in my area. But what do you use this one in if you were using it in a potion? Like I wasn't sure if Annis had like.
Should I just make something up?
Yeah, you just make something up. Like you're the boss of your potions.
That one would be used in more of like an earth elemental type potion, like for like fertilizing or promoting plant growth, or perhaps something like that can turn you into an earth elemental at a very high level.
Okay, so it's not like a healing, or you could potentially make it a healing ingredient, but that's not the main focus of it.
No. I'm not sure why they were cultivating, but
I mean, you said it can be used for plant growth.
Oh, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah, and if they're struggling to grow other plants.
Well, they're not doing it right, and they're not properly utilizing the part of the ley line they do have here. So I don't know why they want our part of the ley line. It's not going to help them if they can't do things correctly.
I mean, is there a way to potentially just be like, look, we can tell you how to do this, so you don't have to take ours, like kind of work together? Because I feel like that's a bad idea for them to try and take your ley line.
I mean, definitely. There's got to be a diplomatic way to solve.
I mean, there always is. There's got to be some way to solve this, but also it kind of doesn't help if the plants.
I mean, yeah. Well, we were two horses. Horses eat plants.
I mean, I'll give the plant back. I just want this one first. Oh, yeah, I probably should have clarified. There is a new bulb underneath sprouting. It'll take a little bit, but they'll get it back.
I just ate that one fern because I wanted to be vindictive.
Yeah, but I was getting information.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, we can come back.
Yeah, we'll just now I can't come back with horses in tow.
Sans horse, naturally.
Yeah.
Specifically, Jan Saxcoat can't come back.
What?
Like, if you wanted to do over from the start, you just put on a different wig, right?
I mean,
That is fair.
No, you're right.
That is very fair.
Can come, or no, well, because she could come back.
She could.
They didn't tell Jan to not come back. They just said take the horses away. But I could come back in another disguise.
You could have another disguise, or you could come back, like you said, with Market Foxby or some other name.
Well, because I feel like Market Foxby or whoever decides to come along with me at that point, whatever their name may be, should probably be at least a little bit involved in discussions of how the plants should be grown and how the ley line should be used.
Oh yeah.
I don't know shit. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know shit about plants. I don't know a lot of stuff about this.
We did find out a lot of valuable information today.
Yeah.
And I could not have possibly kept a straight face if I wasn't a horse for that conversation. So, good thing that I was a horse. I would have given us away.
See, a great disguise. Don't mind if I say so myself.
I mean, you guys are right.
Now the only issue is how are we going to smuggle Aidin into modern Minecraft?
I do say if there are no plants in that conversational class, we should be fine. I will not partake in plant lifting.
Because my
Ho-
train of thought.
Horses don't generally attend classes. Is the point I am trying to make?
Right. I
Are
mean,
there some stables nearby?
Probably.
I can
That
chill
does
with the
sound like
horses.
something mages would do, just because, well, I don't know that all of them actually understand cars.
I mean, then I could just be over the top and be like, this is my support horse. I have to have this horse with me at all times.
Could always get
If
Hither
anybody, yeah, at least we can.
to polymorph him into a crow, and that way I can also bring well,
That's a good
emotional
point.
support crows.
Yeah.
More crows. It's like I could be a bland, boring human.
You could.
I would fail that class.
Maybe a cat.
I
Maybe
mean-
something with 4 legs.
Well, like if you're attending the class just as a visitor, you don't have to take a test.
Oh shit, okay.
The only thing I'm worried about is if we do any polymorphing or any
How long does that last?
visual things that somebody's gonna see through it.
Yeah.
Because half the reason that we're in disguise right now is because
Oh, is polymorph like I thought that's not the same as an illusion. Like it actually like
Yeah, it actually
changes.
changes you.
Yeah.
Like, I was rolling to
ass
see if
would
Johnny
be-
would be able to clarify this, and she rolled terribly because she's Johnny.
Huh.
But I'm just going to tell you, like, in the meta sense, because you've all grown up around druids or seen someone use polymorph.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I feel like that's something that.
So
you
the
would
thing to
know.
note about polymorph is that you become that thing. Like, it's
Yeah.
not an illusion.
it's a physical
But
thing.
you gain the intelligence of that thing.
That's why
So
he was
pick
like,
your
"Oh, no."
animal carefully.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't think he's fond of humans just for the fact of like he's not as strong anymore, and it's just like a limp noodle, and he does get smarter, but everything else, like his wisdom, out the fucking window.
Ugh.
I mean, like if you really think that it would help, I guess.
We just need to figure out a way to disguise you in a way that can't really be detected by magic.
We could do it the tried and true mage way, which is a snobby noble aristocrat rides in on a horse and then challenges anyone if they decide to question it.
That's what I was kind of going with the support horse.
I do like that method.
You know, Hither Saxcoat has a reputation of being, a little extra and obnoxious. I mean, why wouldn't her sister,
I
There
love.
is one place we could get away with something like that. It is Clock Tower. They are kind of ridiculous here.
And I've got a fancy horse name. They can't doubt that.
It's true.
Just hand me a monocle. I will blend in.
Okay, we'll give you a monocle.
Yeah.
Oh. But we should also probably check in with Hither first, just to make sure
Of course.
this is.
Ooh, I'll get to meet your sibling.
I mean, most of the questions I had about, and she just gestures around, were pretty much answered.
Gotcha.
I had a few more. So
Mm,
who is this idol that they are talking about with the music? I want to listen. I don't know what it is, but I heard music.
I think you're going to get to see her perform on Wednesday if you stick around.
Oh, this sounds so cool. I wonder what genre. She's sweating bullets.
just sweating bullets.
Hold up. Insight.
Oh no.
That's a
Are
big
you
number.
lying to me.
Oh wait, do I have to Wait. What do I
So, yeah, the way that contested roles like this work are from your end.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll bluff or diplomacy. Or not diplomacy, God, that's old. Bluff or they're both old. God, where's my brain? My brain's in like 3-5. Perception or persuasion. Perception.
we go.
I can't words.
You're good. I was like, it's a P word.
I'll roll deception.
Deception or
I'm like,
persuasion.
he just is like he's dumb, but he's like, but you're sweating.
We go in persuasion.
Oh,
Are you gonna re-roll that?
You know what? Just for the narrative, I think it's funny. I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay.
But also, it's a 10.
you don't have to say anything. He's just looking at you right now, like something's off about her right now.
Yeah, there's something up. Like you can see from a lot of subtle behavior that Penelope doesn't seem to want to keep this conversation going. Just like she's looking around for distractions.
Oh, okay. Well, he will pick up on this, and he's a good boy. So he's like, okay, well, so that greenhouse over there, I had a quick question. Is that guarded? Do you see anything in there? Does it look good? Is it a secret place, or is it just like, kind of?
I've never been in there. I don't think any of us have ever been in there.
Yeah, I've never been in that.
I mean, we can go peek in there really quick if you want before we head out. We can go take a peek.
I want to take a peek.
All right.
Yeah,
You're welcome to do so. Like, you're not in combat. It's just a map. You can move around.
It's further down. Oh shit, I didn't.
Yeah, there's stairs. Like, so that actually takes you up a hill.
Oh, okay, so it's right here. I thought this was actually connected.
Oh wait, doors. Shit.
There are doors, and they are locked.
Where are the door? Oh.
But you can see through the big glass windows that no one seems to be inside. Just a bunch of plants and a big table.
Hold up.
Yeah. I want to look and see if can I see if there's anything on the table from where I'm standing?
You can do a perception check.
Yeah. And I'm gonna scroll around.
What kind of plants? Can I tell?
Yeah.
Penelope, please.
Penelope, there's a lot of glare on this, and it's really hard to see.
Yeah, I
You
can't
are
really see in here, guys.
struggling.
I will also roll perception to see if I can tell what kind of plants are in there and what kind of stuff is. That was almost a 20.
Almost. Yeah, so this one actually, interestingly enough, looking around in there, you can see a variety of plants. They don't seem to be sticking to one specific biome, which is kind of interesting, but such is the magic of a greenhouse in mage territory. But otherwise, like, you don't really notice too much out of the ordinary about it.
But I'm gonna go to another section and look from over there.
So can I make a lap around the greenhouse to see if I see like any open windows or doors?
You can, although I have to step away for a second, so I will be right back.
Okay.
You read my mind.
So anyone who needs to step away, this is a great second to do it.
Woo! Oh, hi, Shelly. Goodness.
Ooh, I've got the worst shivers.
Oh no.
I'm
am back, and now I'm going to let all the screens come back.
Back.
Hooray, welcome back.
I've been
Sorry
Well.
about the random distraction.
You're good. I was
Yeah.
theorizing about what Aiden's class.
Hew. And that's top secret till the time comes. Hew.
Okay, so right before that, Penelope was walking around the greenhouse. What were you looking for?
Just looking to see if I can see any like open windows,
Yeah.
slightly ajar doors, things like that.
Yeah, you can roll a new perception check for that. I'm not going to hold you to your looking at a table perception check for the entire building.
Can I also look too with
You can.
Penelope? Yeah.
Penelope, please, Jesus Christ!
Penelope does not believe in greenhouses. She's never seen one.
She did say she doesn't know shit about plants.
That's the opposite.
Damn.
Okay, so what specifically is Aidin looking for?
Anything open that he can get into.
Okay, any kind of way to get in.
Yes, because walls are not an issue.
That's true.
Unless, the glass is not very strong glass, like, Shark Tank glass, because then his fat ass would probably crack it, and that'd be a problem.
Yeah, so as Penelope is looking around and getting frustrated with the glare on this glass, making it really hard to look inside at every angle she tries, Aidin decides to go a step further. So after a very quick horse trot around the whole thing, Aidin doesn't see any, all the doors seem to be locked, so that's not ideal. But not to be, left with just that, Aidin then proceeds to walk up the side of the glass and take a look above. And you, in fact, find that up on top of this greenhouse, there's a service door, which is presumably used for when they clean this greenhouse.
Fuck yes.
And it does not appear to be locked.
Excellent. I was going to ask if that was a possibility. I'm not going to.
No, that's fair.
I was
Also, because you nat 20'd that, when you're looking down from above at it, you can actually see some of the plants in there seem to be shuffling around a little bit, while others aren't.
Moving plants. Moving plants. I want them. I need to know. Yeah. No, that was actually kind of why I was like, thankfully there are no people around. Because there's just a horse chilling on top of a fucking glass greenhouse. Yeah.
You look like a college prank.
Absolutely perfect. Excellent. How did this horse get up there? Nay.
But yeah, so you're fully capable of opening that door and going inside if you wish. There's some stairs that you're not going to see in the map, but they exist, I promise.
I want to go inside. I'm going to open a door for Penelope to get. I'll open this side door over here that I'm at.
Okay. So you're going to go inside, run down, and then go open the door for them.
Yeah, from the inside. Yeah.
Okay. The door is now open.
Yes! There's moving plants. Annis, there's moving plants.
Moving plant.
Where'd I see them?
Where did you see them in here?
Yeah.
You noticed most immediately that... let me just adjust the camera so the other people can see, because this is a big old map. Yeah, right near that middle intersection, which is sort of like X-shaped, I guess, you noticed that there were some shrubs to the right and left of that fork in those little centered clusters that sort of have stone walkways around them that both moved while nothing else was moving.
Oh.
Nothing seems to be moving now that you're down here, but that's what you noticed from above.
Okay, so sorry, my brain just...
Yeah, you don't see anything moving right now, but that's where you saw movement.
Okay.
Also, you noticed when you came in and so you walked in through the little door on the top, and there was a ladder, which would normally be a problem, but you just walked down the side on the inside. But what you notice is that there's not a great deal of breeze in here because you're in a greenhouse. Air is circulating because it has to for plants, but it doesn't make any sense for some of the plants to be moving and not others if there is a breeze at all. And you don't even feel that.
Oh, okay, so it's not unnatural moving. It was... Okay, I was thinking
no, it is unnatural moving. That shouldn't have happened.
Well, yeah, sorry, that's what I was trying to go with this. Because his brain was monster plants. Let's go.
I mean, you do know that monster plants exist.
They
Oh,
do.
God.
Annis and
They do
Penelope
indeed.
definitely know that monster plants exist.
Yep, we sure do.
I think they have monster plants. Did we shut
Oh.
the door behind us?
Would you like me to?
Please?
You want to be in or out, Hemlock friend?
Hemlock will chill outside.
Okay.
It'll be our watch, our eyes.
She's closed the door, but she has not locked it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, maybe once the door shuts and like, if there's no breeze again, they'll get all comfy and they'll start moving. How
Dude.
many times can we channel our divinity right now?
At your level, I think it's twice per short rest.
Okay.
I think. Let me confirm that because I've not actually played a level 5 cleric before.
Aha! Cleric.
Ah, shit.
Was that a secret?
Yeah.
I mean, you said
No,
channel
not really.
divinity,
Like a
so I
huge
assumed
secret.
it was known.
I didn't know.
Gee.
Well, I was about to say, I think you gave it away when you said channel divinity, but
Yeah, I was just
My
like,
brain was just not there, okay? I am 8 intelligence.
so you do worship horse Jesus.
No, actually, no. When we get to who he worships, it's gonna be hilarious. Now that one I'm not gonna meta until
But you and I know that.
that's gonna be an experience.
Okay, I looked it up. So, beginning at 6th level, you can use it twice between rests. So for
Okay,
right
so just
now,
one
you
right
can only
now.
use it once between short rests.
But you don't know that in game yet. You're just meta know. Hew. Hew.
Alright, I'm gonna start walking around and looking at plants. Be like, yep, these are definitely plants.
I also want to see like real quick, and he's like kind of staying low. Like what these things are on the table.
Okay. So I guess everybody who wants to look at stuff can roll investigation.
Oh no. We will see
Horse
how this goes.
investigation.
Oh shit! How do I get my character? Where'd my character sheet go? I think I actually clicked exit. How do I get it back?
If you click on your square in the top, I think it opens it.
Oh, you're amazing. Okay. Okay,
No, it's gone
investigation.
forever.
God, this is gonna be rough. Don't mind me.
I'll roll in this. Oh, Penelope, please. Why are
You're
you?
doing better than me, okay?
Okay, so I'll go in the order of people saying things. So I think Penelope was the first one to say she was investigating something.
No, that was Annis.
Oh, Annis was. Okay, so what exactly is Annis looking for?
Annis is just looking around at all the plants and seeing if there are any that she knows of that would be weird or monstrous.
Okay. So yeah, as Annis is looking around, you do notice one of the plants that's near you on the map. I'll just bring the YouTube thing zoomed in over here. There's a. Can I make a little symbol? I bet I can. Over. Oh. Over in this area.
Okay.
Specifically, it's a little. So it's like one of the plants in here actually looks like one of the weird ones that you saw in the forest in Germany. Specifically in the forest near some of those statues before you got to the castle.
Gotcha. I will move a little closer. Investigate further.
Yep. So as you get closer and you're looking at it, and this will coincide with Penelope, who is I think also just looking for
I'm mostly
moving.
just looking for anything moving.
Okay. So as Annis gets closer, she notices, like, you're specifically looking at that plant that seems strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've definitely seen one of these things before. And that thing is, let me get you a picture. Well, let me clear this out since we don't need that anymore. Yep, you're actually seeing a few things pop up at once now that you're messing with them.
Ah.
Yeah, you've definitely seen some of these things before, because the other one's what Penelope sees at the moment. These are those things that you saw that attacked you. There were those living blights that were wandering around in the Einsburn forest that kind of ignored you until you started messing with stuff, and then they attacked you.
Right,
And there's a few of those in here.
Oh shit.
They know
Right now they're sitting still, but
Penelope is backing the
Yeah,
fuck
Anis is
away.
backing up also. Like,
Aidin has no idea what you guys are doing. He's looking
Nope.
at these cool looking plates over here.
Aidin is looking at all these cool looking plates. And so what Aidin finds are a number of things on these table are at first glance they almost look like cookware.
Huh.
But since you're looking a little bit closer now, you can see that they're actually they're more like gardening tools that look very unusual. Like they were maybe made by someone who didn't entirely subscribe to the traditional idea of tools. Like you would not find these in a hardware store, but you can see how these weird things would function like that.
Okay.
Like
Someone did a DIY.
yeah, so like in its own weird way, you've got like a tiny hoe that looks more like a hook, or you've got a tiny like trammel that looks like someone bent a giant fork or something. Like these all would function. They just don't at all look like they were off the shelf. Like someone made these on their own, and for whatever reason, they've been using these.
What? Ugh. I don't know. I just feel like they're making more work for themselves. Like they work, but I feel like they could use, like these could use some work.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if they're attached.
Okay. So since Anis and Penelope now know what to look for, I'm not going to make you roll some new ones, but you're going to notice that there's a few more of these things spread around you.
Shit, alright. Johnny,
Aidin is just
don't
like,
touch-
la la la.
Don't touch the plants.
yes, no one touch.
Don't touch them.
No one touch anything.
Don't get close to the plants.
What's up, guys? Or ladies?
We should leave. We
Oh,
should
why?
leave the house. So you're right. There are monster plants here. They won't attack us as long as we don't mess with anything. But we should probably leave.
I don't have to deal with these things again.
Yes, we've dealt with them before. They're very nasty if you fight.
Penelope is just like, going back towards the door.
So wait, is this something that Clock Tower normally grows?
Yeah, that actually
So,
is a good question. Why would they have monster plants?
I don't know, and I don't know that I want to find out. They may, I don't know, they may not even be aware that these are here.
This place does seem to be a little bit off the beaten path.
I mean, could they set up shop without them realizing? Like, the monster plants don't just decide to go in places that are very populated. I wouldn't. Would that be something like I would know? Like,
you would know that these kinds of things, now that they've been pointed out to you, and you can see them, you are welcome to make a nature check if you would try to see what you know about this kind of thing.
We will see.
Like they learned a fair bit about them from actually fighting them, but this is okay. These look like weird monster plants.
Yeah,
I mean, you've heard of various kinds of monster plants before. This might be like some of them.
I've encountered monster plants. I don't really ask them, what's up. We just kind of nod ahead, continue on our day. But I don't know. It feels weird that they're here and not in a forest.
It does. I could try to talk to them, but I feel like we should just leave.
I mean, do you want to talk to him?
Not really.
Wait,
Not
It
unless
might have some good info.
Aiden, what's your passive perception? Let me check. It's on your sheet.
It's actually 14.
It's 14. That's a big passive. Yeah, so without having to roll, one thing that you do notice as you are walking by the table again is that there seems to be bits of mistletoe hanging from some of those chairs.
Mistletoe on the chairs. Does this have meaning?
And as you have now noticed mistletoe looking around, you can see bits of it hanging all over the place in here. And that's weird because you wouldn't generally want to have mistletoe hanging around your greenhouse. Like, Christmassy stuff aside, it's not a plant you actually want to be stuck to your other plants.
Yeah. Annis? Why are there mistletoe in here?
Annis would know generally what mistletoe is used for, right?
Well, she would know, like, mage-wise from previous things. So you know that some mages use it as a spell component. And specifically, you know that mistletoe was also found around the Einsberg Castle for what you believe was a dispel magic magic circle when you found that on the roof.
Yeah.
You also know, like, you've met some mages who just have little bits of mistletoe on them from casting other spells. So it's not completely unheard of, but it's definitely more in the nature end of magic, primarily by druids and rangers.
Yeah, Annis has mistletoe on her.
Yeah.
Both times.
Although you would also know that, like, you wouldn't generally just grow it around your other more rare plants.
Yeah, this is weird. You don't normally grow mistletoe around the rest of your plants, especially not ones in a greenhouse like
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird. We should leave. I can stand by the door and try to talk to them.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna step out of here. This is not my thing.
This is actually bothering him, like, a lot. Like, he's actually concerned about these plants. Like, are they being held against their will in here?
I will find out, but just in case, we need to be able to leave quickly.
Okay, I will be at this door with you. Now, when you generally have you talked with plants before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll work on these specific blights or not.
Yeah, because they're like a.
If nothing else, I can talk to the non-blight plants too.
And they would at least know something. Yeah.
So I will burn a 3rd level spell slot. Cast Speak with Plant.
All right.
I can do it for 10 minutes.
Yep.
I can talk to any plant within a 30-minute radius.
I'll be right behind you just in case.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so
Right.
which plant are you talking to?
I will try to talk to this one that
that one's the closest. Yeah.
Like the blight right there?
Light, yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
So it seems to be holding still until you talk directly to it, and upon using, your words with it such that it understands, it immediately gives up the ruse. And while it was holding still to try to blend in with the shrubs before, now it's almost like you can see its lack of shoulders slumping a bit. Like, this is a relief after holding still. And it starts to make a clicking noise at you that sounds sort of like a, as it ruffles a bit, and like the sounds almost like leaves falling accompanies it. That's what the others hear. To you, you can actually hear words mixed in with this clicking, and it says back to you, "Greetings and salutations."
Greetings and salutations. I just have a few questions for you if you're willing to answer.
Are you here with the druid?
I am a druid, but I don't think I don't think I'm here with the druid.
We have not seen the druid for much time.
All right. No, yeah, we were just checking out the area, and it looked like it was interesting, so we came in here to look around, and then we spotted all of you blights. Are you here on purpose? Are you being held captive?
Grown here.
Grown here. Okay. So I will turn back to Aidin and the others, and they say they were grown here.
That's weird.
Do you? And I'm talking
So
back.
this was on purpose.
I'm turning back to the plant dude now.
Mhm.
Do you know why you were grown here? What you were grown for?
Tend plants. Guard plants. Guard secrets.
God plant. Okay. Well, we certainly don't mean you any harm. We were just looking around, and we'll be leaving momentarily. I'll turn back to and basically in English, like they say they're guarding the plants and guarding secrets.
Okay. Do they know anything about the mistletoe in here?
Oh, yes, good question. Turn back. So I noticed there's mistletoe everywhere. Do you know anything about that? Why is it here?
Secrets. Hide secrets.
Ah, it's here to hide secrets. I said that in English.
Yeah, I didn't just sitting here like. Do they know who grew them? Like, do they have a name or anything?
They asked me if I was here with the druid. I guess I'll ask.
Maybe like description.
In planties. Do you know the name of the druid that grew you?
What is name?
His name.
It's asking you
What
what is a name. It doesn't understand.
Oh, that's fair. That's not.
What
sense,
is a
yeah.
name? A name is what we people call each other, so that we can tell each other apart. So, my name is Anis. Do you have a name? Probably not. You don't know what a name is.
Called Blight.
Mm.
Others, Blight.
Yeah. What did your druid look like?
Big man. Covered
Big man,
mushrooms.
covered in mushrooms.
Not before though. Only new.
You say you haven't seen him in a while, in months.
Mini moon.
All right. So I'll turn back and say in English. So they don't know what a name is. They say he's a big man covered in mushrooms, and he hasn't been here to visit them in a while, months at least.
So no one currently is maintaining this area. Like they're just sitting here then.
Yeah, basically.
Do they need anything?
Oh, yes. Also ask, do you need
Yeah.
anything? Water, nutrients?
Soil provide.
Soil provide.
Need druid.
What do you need the druid for?
Make more blights. Some not move. Need new blights.
Okay.
And it gestures over to the area near it. And you can see there's another one that looks like them, but it seems to have, like, it was very easy to overlook it because it just looks like a log almost, but it seems to have dried up.
It wilted. Oh no.
So I'll turn back. They say they need a druid or the druid to make more blights. Some of them have, I guess, wilted or died. Don't know. I can't make more blights. I don't think I can. That's outside of my skill level. Well,
Are
that's
blights
annoying.
good or bad things? It
I
sounds
would-
like a bad word.
Well, I mean, they're like any animal, I guess. They're not necessarily naturally good or bad.
Yeah,
We've
like
had nothing but bad experiences with them so far, but the circumstances were very weird when we had to fight them. May not have been their fault.
this is actually really bothering him, like a lot. Uh, let's see.
So while all of this is happening, Penelope is texting Vivi,
Uh huh.
and it's just like, do you know anything about the druid, in quotation, at the greenhouse?
This is something we can definitely look into, ask around about.
Yeah, maybe Mint knows something.
Or if
I
nothing else,
mm,
about to go to a big meeting with a lot of druids, so
Yeah.
one of them
yeah.
may be able to figure out how to help these blights.
I would say, is there like is there a seed, like a leftover seed that the blight had? If you can ask about where his poor wilted body is at.
Okay, so I will turn back and ask, what are you grown from? Do you sprout from seeds?
Grow from seed, yes.
So the one that doesn't move anymore, would it have a seed?
All have seeds. Is life.
Um, oh, am I gonna burn another third level?
No, I was gonna say you don't have to burn a third. We can at least get the process started with one of his abilities until we
Right.
can come back.
Where's the dead one? Is it like this one over here? Or
It's just to the left of it, next to the window. Like, it doesn't have a token on here because it's just a
Okay.
log.
oh, all right. So, um, yeah, I'll turn back and say, yeah, they are grown from seeds, and I think the one that has wilted would have a seed.
Yeah,
We
he'll
You druid?
uh I am a druid, yes.
You help.
Me and this horse here are going to try something to see if we can't help save your friend. We promise we're not going to fight or harm you in any way.
Okay, roll persuasion to
Okay.
convince it to let you near its downed friend.
Do you want me to roll persuasion?
No, I'm the one talking.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
It sort of looks over you with its weird, like, dark eyes that are really more like gaps between bark. It seems to almost go completely still for a moment, and then it sort of does this plant nod at you, and it moves slightly to the side so that you can get to the downed one.
Hey. Yeah, I wasn't sure if like there's an ability that adds like that helps with you and gives you like an advantage.
I mean, if we were both trying to convince it in a language it could understand, then
That's fair.
yeah, then I could
Yeah,
roll
when
it
two
down.
people are working together on a thing, one of them rolls and they roll with advantage. So that usually lets someone who's capable of doing a thing help someone else who has probably the better roll.
Hey. All right.
So
Yeah.
I'll point it out to Aidin,
Okay.
the corpse.
So he'll kind of walk up to where that's at, and he'll slide his hands out, and you'll notice he's doing that same thing, kind of, but much gentler, because he's not ripping anything out, but he's shoving his hands in, and he's putting it around that seed once he finds it, and he does like this little. I think it's an oral as well. Yeah, so he does this little like small chant to himself, and the pot underneath is gonna start to open a bit, and so it'll kind of start coming back to life. It's just the beginning phases, so like he wants to come back to it later.
Okay.
Oh wait, I wouldn't have to burn a third level because that's one of my circle abilities. Plant growth.
Oh,
Let
I'm
me
pretty
see.
sure.
Is it one of your circle abilities or is it a spell?
It's a spell.
Okay, so your circle spells mean you don't have to prepare those. They're just always prepared, but they still use slots.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You
I
have
figured
some
that
things
was-
that is a special ability for you. You can do once a day without using a slot, but those are different.
Oh. Yeah, I figured if we, because I mean, I have plant growth too. I just know we'd have to be here for an hour, and I don't know what kind of time we had to get to that class.
Oh,
You know it's in the evening, and it's like 2 o'clock, so you have time if you want to do it.
Oh,
But Speak with Plants also only lasts for 10 minutes.
I mean, you can just let them know that you're about to do it. I mean, if we want to do it right now, we can always come back. Like the seed is officially like the pod is opening.
So are you casting the plant growth spell, or are you doing something
No,
else?
that's my cantrip, Druidcraft.
Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, Druidcraft can do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flexible cantrip. It kind of pushes the limits of what you should probably be able to do with a cantrip, but it is specifically a thing it does.
I'm like, that's why, like with the fern earlier, he was like, "Is there a seed down there? It'll take a bit, but it's gonna open." So I was like, that's why I was like, it's something to begin what we need.
Yeah.
But if you want to go ahead and do it, shit, you and me can both pop off and have this entire place be thriving.
Could, but we don't know.
We don't want to make our presence known is my one concern.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing like the Druidcraft bit, obviously the plant will get a little bit of a head start, because it will start sprouting. If you went for like the full-on plant growth,
Oh, they'd be grown.
then yeah, like there's the really quick version of it that only takes a few seconds,
Or the 8-hour.
or the 8-hour version, which is obviously a much bigger deal, but takes
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah, and that's one he'd want to do, but that's like not right now.
But we also don't know why this druid was growing blights here in the first place.
That's well, he said to store secrets. I mean, if you want to ask him if he's allowed to tell you where these secrets are, but my biggest thing is it's just like we don't want them to tell anyone else, you know, whether it's just some random druid and not the druid that we've been here. But we could ask. I don't see why that's a problem. Just be like, hey, not like as a favor, like we're gonna help your friend come back. Can you not tell him we've been here?
I mean, yeah, I can do that at least.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is personal. Aidin's just like, no. He feels for these people. Like, they shouldn't be in here like this. So yeah, he will let Annis do the talking.
So I'll turn back to the blight. All right. I don't know if it will be the same blight as before, but I think that we've at least got the seeds started, so it'll start to regrow. Are there any other of you that are wilted like that?
Many. Druid gone for long time.
Can you point them out to us?
It turns away from you and towards the rest of the room, and then it does that clicky click thing, and like everyone else listening has only heard clicky clicking from the first place. But now that it's clicky clicking a bit more, more of these things are becoming visible. Like, you're still limited by your line of sight, obviously, but you see more movement even in the areas that are sort of shrouded behind other trees. And you can see that for every blight that's moving, they're now sort of gesturing downward to at least 1 or 2 downed blights next to them. Like, there are easily a dozen or more downed blights of varying sizes.
I'll turn back. So there's a lot. But I think we can at least, I think we can at least stop the seeds germinating.
Yeah.
And then come back later to check on them. And we can ask around about, druids that might work here.
Do you want to find out, potentially ask about the secrets now or later after we get them started?
I'll ask, but I don't think that they'll be able to tell us much.
Okay.
But I'll ask.
Yeah.
So I guess like as we're going around and using
Queuing.
Druidcraft, I'll ask.
Okay.
So I don't suppose you can tell us about any of these secrets that you're guarding.
Druid secrets. Secrets for Druid.
I mean, the druid or any druid, because I am a druid.
You're a Druid?
I am a druid.
Then your secrets. Under table.
Under the big table? Okay.
Hidden under table.
That's why it said closed.
I will go look.
It said closed just because I use windows so that you can't walk into things, but I don't want them to block your view.
I will go look under the table.
Okay.
I will go around and use Druidcraft a few times, but I'm definitely
Yeah.
So while you're doing all of this, Penelope does get a reply as she's sitting on the bench and just watching all this weird plant stuff go on.
She had started dozing off, just like not dozing off, but like just kind of zoning out.
Yeah.
So the text kind of startles her a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
So you get the text of Penelope, you're gonna have to be more specific than Druid and Greenhouse.
And then I'll be like,
she takes a picture of the greenhouse and just sends it to Vivi, with a message that says, "Over in the Kew Garden, someone called the Druid, not my words, is growing a bunch of blights? Question mark."
Okay, since you've got her direct attention now, she's replying a little more in real time for you. Is that the Gilrath greenhouse? And I'll show you how she spelled it because it's in text.
Hey.
and I'll be like, Aidin, there's apparently some kind of druid secrets under the big table.
Are you kidding me?
We're allowed to go look because I'm.
Oh my god, let's look. Do you need to lift the table?
Well, no. Like, I figure now we can either one of us can roll with advantage, or we can both roll.
What are we rolling?
Investigation.
It would be investigation, yeah.
I was like, look, I'll lift the table if that helps.
I have a +3 in investigation.
I have a -1.
Okay.
I love Horse Detective so much.
All right, I'll roll with advantage then.
Yep.
If you're looking.
Go for it.
That's my advantage to you. I am like moving the chairs out of the way.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That's where your high numbers went.
Fuck.
Oh no, wait. No, I just rolled 2. Okay. But I got an 18 + 3 would be a 21.
Yep.
Not 38.
Oh my god.
Blackjack.
Got you
Delicious.
advantage and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, Penelope's gonna reply. I before she replies, I'm gonna look around and see if there's any sort of sign on the greenhouse that says Gilrath.
This greenhouse is suspiciously unlabeled. Unlike all of the other things that you've seen here, which have little placards and dedications and stuff, this one is suspiciously unlabeled.
Don't mind us just getting into places we shouldn't.
She's gonna text back and be like, I don't see a sign on it anywhere. But it's near
That really nice fountain.
no. Shit, I don't remember the name of where we just were, other than it's in Kew Garden.
The botany place?
Yeah, it's near the botany department. There's no signs on it. There's a giant table. Question mark?
Yeah. She'll reply to you pretty quickly that if you're looking at the Gilrath greenhouse in botany, then it's a mage workshop run by one of the higher ups in botany who's notoriously reclusive and who suspiciously hasn't been seen for like a year.
That checks out.
Interesting.
And that
They
she's gonna clarify further that like she met the guy once because he did work with the archaeology department. Namely that when they would go on research into areas that are relatively less traveled, it was good to have someone from botany tag along because they could give you a lot of information on like what's been living here for a while and will it kill us.
Yeah. So she texts back, you know what his name was, or what is his name?
Like his actual name? Like
Yeah, like what is his name and where when bleh. Um where was the last place he went? I don't know.
yeah. So she'll message this back to you.
Okay.
Just so that you have that all spelled out for you.
Okay.
And she'll say that she doesn't know because he disappeared. As far as she's aware, he's reclusive, but he doesn't seem to have checked in lately with the archaeology department. You'd have to ask botany for more details. They just haven't had him available when they've done things lately.
Gonna text back, okay, a lot of his plants are dying, so Annis is doing something, or Annis and the horse are doing something about it.
And the horse are doing something about it.
This has been a really fucking weird day.
Okay. Speaking of, so the two of you digging around under the table. One thing that you notice with your amazing investigation check, so you're knocking along the table at different intervals, and eventually you get the slightly different thunk thunk that implies a part is hollow.
A hollow compartment?
And it seems to be in one of the, like, so this table has a number of legs. It's not like one big central one, like a weird boardroom table. It's got a number of like legs along the side of it, and one of the legs is hollow. So you sort of put your hand on it and you rotate it, and it does rotate. And when it rotates, a little hatch flips open on it, and you find 3 rolled up bits of parchment, which I will now add to. Oh wait, I get to add a new friend to the party sheet. It's been so long.
What?
We don't use the party sheet very often because we don't usually have enough of a party. But we're going to use the party sheet so that you can actually look at items and decide who gets them.
Yay, party sheet.
We actually have a party now. So,
I love how our party sheet is basically a bedroll,
All the
A
shit we stole from
rifle.
Kiritsugu, yeah.
yeah.
some grenades, a kimono.
I like how it still lists 150 euros because we don't use money, but you've specifically found that.
A wolf key?
It's a key with the wolf on it.
That's cute.
It's part of a strange cowboy-themed saloon
God.
and hotel in Germany.
Like our old tokens are on the marching formation thing. Look at that.
It's been a while. It's like,
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Oh, that's so cute.
yeah, we haven't really used these in a bit. I'll have to update all of this. But anyway, I'm going to add 3 items to it, and hopefully it will behave accordingly. Let's see here. Oh, that listed under party inventory. I have to add them to parcel items. You should see 3 scrolls in there under parcels. Can you see that?
How do we look up parcels?
Lavish scroll, outstanding scroll.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're not identified yet. You'll have to look at them. but they're all on Anis's spell list, so I'm not going to make that a big jump.
Okay, so I guess
You want to read them out?
I have a
You
scroll,
and me.
scroll. I don't.
I'm just going to identify them so you can see what they do.
Oh.
Because you can read these, like they're in Druidic.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, I can't read them.
Oh.
There you go. Some
Okay.
big ones.
Yeah.
2-1 scroll. Oh, oh.
For context, this is a rare scroll and 2 very rare scrolls.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happens when you go rummaging around in a high-level mage's place and his security doesn't understand what names are.
That is fair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And for the record, you can cast those spells. You'll just have to make a roll because you don't have the spell slots.
Right.
But it can be done.
And that's all. That's all we found. Under the
You found
table?
3 scrolls in there, yep. And while you were doing this, because of the high investigation score, you notice that the area around this hidden hatch has additional mistletoe just literally growing on the bottom of the table. And it's pretty clear to you now that you've gotten up close with it that this mistletoe seems to be used as a big part of the bounded field that keeps this place hidden. Like, you've used mistletoe in, like, dispel effects before, or at least you've seen it used in dispel effects, but it seems to, in this instance, be used as the basis of a bounded field through whatever this druid's brand of magecraft is to both keep people from wandering in or even noticing it, it seems. And also it seems to be keeping these blights from wandering out, as blights might do otherwise once they reach the state of essentially starvation. Like, they're alive from the soil and the sun and the water, but they need a little bit more of that to keep going, and they're not really getting it.
And they can't leave because of the mistletoe.
Yeah, the bounded field is both keeping others from noticing it, and it's keeping them from leaving.
I don't like that.
But admittedly, you also would know that, like, if they leave, they're gonna run into people.
Yeah, that is a problem. But we need a cart. We need a tarp. And we need to put them all in there. That is.
And that's how Anis adopted a bunch of blights and keeps them in her backyard.
Oh.
I mean, you could adopt some blights and put them in your backyard.
Or we
I
could take them
could.
back to the forest.
They might take care of the garden for you. Take them back to the druid.
That's what I'm saying. We just take them back to the forest. Fuck all this mistletoe. They don't belong here.
And that's just me saying that. That's not Penelope.
Oh, yeah, no. Aidin absolutely does not like them being here. Like, they are being kept against their will, and, like, he doesn't like that.
You've encountered once again what happens when mages make decisions for other creatures.
Yeah. He don't like it. Anything useful? Because he cannot read those.
Yes, actually. Pretty high-level druid magic.
Oh.
How do you claim them?
I think you just drag them from the party sheet to your inventory.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not saying I'm gonna keep them, but I'm definitely taking.
I mean, you're good. Like,
You were the only one here who could cast them, so.
Yeah, I didn't. Even if he could, like, that's not his main priority. He's but a humble horse. Little did they know mistletoe could not keep a horse from inside their fucking pasture. From their greenhouse.
I like how the chat box narcs on people who try to take things out of the party inventory.
Alright, so I've taken the 3 scrolls. I guess I'll put, like, the thing back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't want to let them know we've been here. And suddenly, the druid returns.
In English. Well, I don't necessarily like that they're being held here. It's pretty clear that the mistletoe is keeping them from leaving, but also if they leave, I mean,
Looks at the
people
mistletoe
will-
menacingly.
people will kill them. They don't know where they're going, and at the moment, we don't really have a good way of transporting them.
This is on the table for later.
Yeah,
We definitely probably got to get out of here.
we'd ask around about the druid. We might be able to come up with a plan between, you know, with my family or maybe even with the druids, Sherwood.
Oh, I was gonna take a cart, and now that you've told me that this mistletoe keeps them in here, we're gonna get rid of that. That's not staying.
Oh,
And then we're gonna just take them out of here and go back to Sherwood. We'll put them in the forest where they belong.
and I'll turn back to the one I had been talking
Oh,
to.
yeah.
We're leaving you for now, but we will be back. We're going to try and figure out what happened to your druid. We have a plan. Yeah, your friend should start regrowing soon. Hopefully, we can figure out a way to help all of you.
Many thanks, Druid. And like all of the plants sort of do like a baby group bow at you.
Creepy at all. All right. So we're leaving. We will be back.
Yeah. And Aidin will make sure that the door, the little lock on the inside, gets turned, and then he'll shut it behind him.
Okay.
We don't want there to be any witnesses, or not witnesses. We don't want any loose ends.
So as you're stepping out, you notice after their little bow, all of the plants, like all of these weird blights, shift back to the way they were before, and then they don't disappear, but they instantly become really hard to see. Like when you're watching those time-lapse things of an octopus turning into a rock or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're nearly impossible to see once they step into that.
Excellent. So we did a thing.
So
Penelope's dozing on the bench.
where's So there are a whole bunch of blights in there.
Oh,
They were, well, yes, I told you they were grown by
Yeah.
someone named the Druid.
oh,
He hasn't been here in a while. We
Yeah.
we started helping the ones that have wilted and died.
oh.
They're being kept in there for now. They can't leave. But I don't want them to have to stay in. We can if we can figure out a way to get them to even just the forest outside of London, that will be better than keeping them here in the middle of the city.
Yeah, I texted Vivi while you guys were in there. Knows the guy.
What? Why am I not surprised?
His and she reads off his name is Irvine Gilrath. He's the botany mage, and this totally out of character. Yeah. Oh fuck it. No. Yeah. His name is Irvine Gilrath.
Does that name ring a bell?
You can roll history. See if you know.
Yeah, Vivi's worked with them before because there's
12?
They usually bring somebody from archaeology with them. Or no, not archaeology. Sorry, I took a nap, so now I'm a little drowsy. But no, they usually take somebody from botany with them when they go on archaeology search thing to make sure the plants won't kill them.
That's smart.
Yeah, apparently he's a bit of a recluse, but he hasn't reported back in over a year.
Yeah, that checks out. The blights did say that they haven't seen him in many moons.
Because Aidin's there, Aidin can also roll because Aidin has a shot at history as well.
Oh.
Because you spent time with druids.
That is fair. Just his poor dumb memory. Don't fail. Oh, 19.
Oh.
It's a potent horse.
It's a potent but dumb horse. Nat 20, but suffering.
Yeah. So for Annis, that name is familiar. Mostly, you remember when you were studying some of your earlier druid stuff. There was once and again mention of don't be like Gilrath. Like secrets are important. Usually in the topic of druidic, the language. And you never really dug deeper into what that means. Aidin, having been around a very outspoken druid for a long time.
Fuck yeah.
Like Aidin, as we've made clear, like likes to learn other languages. And wanted to learn druidic, but was told no.
That legitimately was the actual thing.
Yeah.
Like,
What wanted to, and then after like asking over and over again, Aidin got the spiel that apparently some number of years ago, like a while ago, not recent history, but like at least 50 or 100 years ago, the timeline was fuzzy because elves are a little fuzzier on that, but there was a druid in Sherwood who apparently decided to go join Clock Tower and like all the human mages. And when he did, he spilled the beans on a bunch of druid secrets as leverage for getting status within the association.
oh.
Which is a huge faux pas. Like, you don't do that.
So I recognize this name. I'm
So
like,
this is
that
a swear word
motherfucker.
to you. This is like someone saying Voldemort. Like,
Yeah,
this guy's
no,
a
like
problem.
the moment you say, like the moment Penelope says that name, he just puts his finger to her mouth. He's like, do not repeat that name
That just
ever
popped
again.
out from under his hood.
Yeah, hand
Like-
under fucking hood. Like you just said the V word, except his name
Yeah,
starts with.
I was thinking, like, if Annis recognized the name, it was probably because Grandpap would be like fucking Irvine. So
Yes.
He'd be like a patooey. That
Like,
G
your
word.
context of it, like, both of you pass to know, like, who he is. Aidin just has heard the super long catty rant about this guy versus
I've got personal vendetta with him.
Annis, who has
He
just
made it
heard,
so I
that's a
can't
fuck up,
learn-
don't be that.
Yeah, hey, this man made it so I can't learn Druidic. Fuck him. Like,
I mean, Gilderoy?
Gilrath.
Gilrath.
just-
L-R-A-T-H-E.
that is a blasphemous name in this household. A blasphemous name in this grove. Just finger to mouth.
I agree.
And off of Aidin's roll, you also know a little bit more about the guy. So, like, as a druid, they tend to join circles as they grow. And this guy was a circle of spores. Very mushroom focused and fungal focused. And, like, because he's the one that did this, for a period of time, other Circle of Spores druids were like, they were kind of given crap for the fact that they hadn't reined this one in before he went off to Clock Tower, and it was like a social faux pas for a bit. It was more embarrassing for them than like accusational, but like when you live to be like 1,000, like, you know, elven druids do, gossip tends to linger.
That's fair. No, Aidin doesn't like him even more because now he's got like this background history. He's like, I was like, the moment that you translated mushrooms, I should have realized. And he's got all these precious plant people stuck in here. Oh, he better hope I don't see him. I got some words for him.
Well, I'm just reading what Vivi sent me.
Thank you, Vivi.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I don't-
text her back and be like, the horse says thank you.
I don't know much about him, but I've heard it in the context of don't be like Gilrath.
So, yeah, no, that loony bin traded off his being and his life of druidicness to get a spot. Oh, I points to this building, to this place. What is wrong with him? like he spilled all the secrets.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a reason I don't speak Druidic.
Oh. Hmm.
Don't be like the G-Man.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess it should be no surprise that he's growing blights in a random. Okay.
I still have some questions. It can't just be to protect 3 scrolls. There has to be more going on in there.
Yes, I agree. There does have to be more going on in there.
That's on the notes for later.
Yeah, we can inquire around. You know, ask questions. Hopefully, in a way that doesn't,
Raise suspicion.
raise suspicion.
I'll talk to the other horses.
Sure. I I do agree. I think we need to try and get those blights out of there.
Oh yeah, that's not even an option. Those blights are getting out of there.
We'll have to figure out how we can safely get them out of there, but that's a conversation for later.
Agreed.
Yes, but we know they're here, and that's just one more thing.
Yeah. I when I said I wanted plants, this is not what I meant. But
My opinion of Clock Tower continues to plummet by the second.
Maybe archaeology and modern manuscript will change your mind. I don't
oh, yeah, there's a lesson.
doubt it at this point. Clock Tower success. Ugh. Yeah, so are you guys done in there, or?
Oh yeah.
Not as much as we can.
Okay.
At least we know the blights won't get out, and the doors are all locked, so no one's just going to be wandering in there.
I assume you guys are probably going to come back.
Oh, we will.
Oh yeah.
I really don't want to, personally. So if you guys want to come on another day, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Another day for sure. Do we need to prep anything before we go to that class you talked about?
I mean, we just need to go and see if she can help us get you in there a little more easily.
Oh yeah, that's still a. That's.
You're still a horse.
Hey. Oh yeah, I do want to bring this fern back to your place. I need a pot to put this in.
Oh yeah, we could drop off the plant and then.
That's true.
Yeah.
If Uncle's there, we can catch him up on the whole blight situation.
I feel like there's a lot to catch up on.
There's a lot. There is a lot.
Every time you go home, there's a lot to catch up on.
Who wants to get on my back?
Our conversation with Mother.
Oh, geez.
And the siblings.
You have a mom.
Oh, yeah.
And siblings.
And siblings.
Oh my god.
I have a dad somewhere, but...
What?
She's also got a monk.
Oh, God, Derek. Oh, okay. This is, what time is it? It's barely even lunch, right?
Oh my god, I cannot wait to introduce Derek to Aidin. That is going to be fun.
That will be fun.
Yep, your adventures here took about an hour. Like, I'm including the time looking around outside, walking to get here. Because, like, the actual talking to Blight stuff only took 10 minutes. But,
yeah, if that.
Like, there was just a bit of time surrounding it, so I just ticked it ahead an hour.
Yeah.
So fast. Ugh.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we stopped by this really nice looking greenhouse.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Leave no plant unturned.
So do we want to go ahead and head back to your shop and then
we can drop off the fan
onward?
and see who's there, and then head on over to catch up with Hither.
Dearest Sir Hither? Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if Crosby would help us get blight.
Probably. Crosby's a pretty cool guy.
Okay. So, rather than digging out the map, dropping you on there and telling you that nothing exciting is happening at home, I'm just going to tell you that's what happened. You don't trigger a crazy plot event when you drop by your place again, but you do successfully drop off your fern.
Yay! Put a little
Plant
plant, give
Or
it a little water.
is it? Hang on, is it stealing or is it kidnapping? Or
It's rehoming.
okay, repositing.
Absolutely.
I believe the term is transplanting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Transplanting.
See, I don't know shit. Is Buck at the shop?
Buck is at the shop, yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. Did I tell him about the concert?
Yeah.
You
Okay,
did,
never
yeah.
mind.
He's going to be the one who's like hyping it up to just the
Right.
people that he trusts.
Okay, then never mind. I have no business here other than being like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
We're back temporarily.
Clock Tower is a fucked up place, as you've no doubt assessed.
I do not feel bad about taking this plant.
Compared to the plants you're going to be taking, this is not the biggest crime.
Oh yeah. He's just like, I have no remorse for what I'm going to be doing in the future.
Is it a crime though? The being held against their will and as a
Exactly.
result-
So we're going to free them.
Like,
We're
I
going
don't-
to uncrime the crime.
weird shit keeps happening. We'll catch up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have to tell them about the shit that Melissa's friend Mint said to me. So.
Oh.
This day is so long.
God.
I might need more of that candy for the
It-
future.
Doesn't take me very long to make. Take as much as you want.
It just grabs a handful,
Yeah.
puts it in the bag.
Honestly, a good way to just relieve stress.
London is chaos.
It's not like Paris was kinder to your schedule. London gave you a day off.
That's true. Whew.
Europe is chaos.
Europe is chaos.
I mean, that's fair.
Ugh.
This is such a contrast from the 2 weeks you had in between the castle and Paris.
This is a more intense schedule than I usually have to deal with on my tours. Ah. Okay, I guess we're going on to archaeology.
Hooray!
Okay. So you're heading over to archaeology next?
Yep.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So coordinating with Vivi, I'm assuming, since
Yeah.
she's the one you would be meeting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, let me advance the time further because you walk back from the gardens.
Woo!
Wee. Onward, little clock. Why
Go,
not?
clock, go.
Onward and upward.
It's like 2:50 now.
No.
Yeah, so on your way over to the area known as Rocks Road, which is a part of London that, appropriately enough, is largely aesthetics of cobblestones and old buildings and whatnot, where archaeology is, you actually run into Hither Saxcoat on the street.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dump a map on here for the street. You know what a street looks like.
What?
I don't know what a street
What
looks
is street?
What is a street and how do we kill it? I attack the street.
I have rolled a 20. There's no crater.
Hold on, I'm rolling to attack the street.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
I'm going to
Push it.
defeat the gazebo.
I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Congratulations.
What are you attacking it with, Penelope?
We're all so proud of
Um,
you.
My feet. I'm jumping on it really hard.
Okay, so because you're just attacking it with an unarmed attack, you do hit it. Because you have a strength penalty, the damage of strength modifier +1 comes out to 0, so you do not in fact hurt the street.
And maybe,
I tried.
perhaps, this is why it took us like several months to make it through a single night.
That was a very long night.
It was. A lot
Yeah,
happened.
just for context, we had like a 4-month stretch, I think,
Uh-huh.
That was all over the course of like 6 hours
Oh my gosh.
in game time because it was a party.
Heck yeah.
Person that broke into Clock Tower and stole the thing too. That's how we know.
Yeah. Which is fun. Oh, good. I can take all these blights off the combat tracker because you did not attack them.
Yay!
Yes.
I feel like we learned our lesson last time.
I mean, you're a lot stronger than you were last time, so you would have probably been fine, but
Aidin would not.
really
He would
don't
not be
necessarily
happy with it.
Well, as soon as Penelope hither sack code, just gonna run up to her and be like, hi sis, hi, hi.
hi, how are you?
I'm tired.
You look tired.
It's been a day. I touched a ghost.
On purpose?
Found a horse. Yeah, I did.
Did it do the thing where it makes you sleepy?
Yeah, it totally drained me of like almost all my mana and almost
no.
killed me. And also drained my cell phone.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, you can see the scale there. but you're okay now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I had lunch. I charged my phone a little bit. I got to ride piggyback on Johnny.
We got her all patched up.
We found a horse.
I keep hearing about this horse. Oh, there's the horse. Hi, horse.
To be fair,
Nod's head. Clock's closer.
Yeah, this is Aidin. And she just leans closer. He's not actually a horse. I know you saw the picture. But yeah, we have to take this horse to the class with us, and I don't know how to do that.
Oh, to the Modern Magecraft class?
Yep.
Let's see. I've seen people walking around that school with a weird Terminator elemental thing, dressed like a maid.
Oh.
So I think you could just get away with it.
Oh. Wait, who? A Terminator maid? Like,
Yeah,
are you talking about like the weird goopy, like the movie?
Yeah, like the liquid metal that you turn into when you drink Capri Sun.
Okay. Oh, okay. So like,
Can I?
okay, I have to know. Does it look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a maid outfit,
What?
or is it? I have.
It's not a Mr. Mom situation. It just looks like a maid.
Oh, that's weird.
I have lots of questions too.
Nature's
Also,
weird.
Arnold wasn't that one. He was the other one.
That's right. We only saw that movie like once.
It was a fun movie, though. Good time travel story.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about these movies.
I don't think you would like them very much. They're loud and flashy and
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah.
I just doesn't like movies very.
I don't
yeah,
like
flashy stuff does hurt. Dang you, phone. Dang you.
You know what? It's not my fault that the phone that I got a message as you were looking at the phone.
It hurt.
But yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Context. Here's who you're talking to.
Oh,
yeah.
But you know who
Okay.
she is, so I'm going to let it actually show her name.
Oh God. Oh wait. Do you
She
know,
is shorter than Penelope.
Yeah,
Oh.
by like 6 inches.
oh God.
She's
Okay,
3.5 feet tall.
Ooh,
She
he
weighs
is looking down.
comes up to your kneecaps maybe.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Penelope gets right up to the bottom of the leg.
Yeah.
Oh, so small,
She is a halfling.
so small.
Nope. She's just a very short human, like me.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all humans here, except the horse. The horse is a horse, of course.
Yeah. The horse. Yeah. No, we're very short because good old
Dwarfism exists.
mage genetics.
Hey.
Nothing leads to a variety of heights, quite like breeding entirely for mage circuits.
Woohoo!
Mages are weird.
Yes, agreed.
And that's canon. But yeah, I think if you just show up with your horse and you're like, the horse is here to learn or something, they'd look at you funny, but they wouldn't stop you.
Okay, cool. Then the horse is gonna be there to learn. Yeah.
Excellent.
Before we go into this class, like, okay, how antagonistic have you been towards this professor?
The Lord?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I got him to go to trivia night once,
Oh.
and I beat him.
Yeah. That tracks.
And he decided it wasn't worth doing, so he didn't go again.
Aw.
Other than that, I played some of Penelope's music for him
Yeah, I heard about that.
from outside,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't seem too happy about it, but I think it was worth it.
Okay, but did he like the music?
He doesn't seem to like anything.
Oh boy.
Maybe he likes horses.
He might. I think he might actually like horses.
Yes.
In a Grail War, he summoned a guy with horses, so that's probably a thing he likes.
Look, we're doing great. We got bonus points already. Let's roll this popsicle joint stand.
Yeah, who did he summon? Do we know that? Is that a known thing?
Oh, yeah, he has mentioned once or twice, which means everyone heard it and repeated it a million times. Yeah, he summoned Alexander the Great, who's apparently not a short, girly man, but a big, buff dude with red hair.
Huh.
The more you know, right?
Who Alexander the Great
Right?
is, and it's like, huh.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know who that is, but I heard big buff dude, and I'm like, he's a workout
conquered
bro.
A lot of the Middle East. Long time ago.
Does
He
he
had a
like to
big
lift?
army.
Does he like to lift?
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, but
Is he still around?
No.
Oh.
He was summoned as a heroic spirit to fight in a mage war, which basically means his spirit got pulled out of it when it was in history and got given a body
Oh,
times.
that sounds intense.
Yeah. Apparently this lord is one of the only survivors of any Grail War, which is why we want to talk to him.
What are you trying to find out? Are you wanting to like?
Hang on, I've got to roll real dice.
Ooh.
Met this horse, what, 2 hours ago? I'm like,
Yep. You met this horse creeping outside your shop.
Hey, but
Like,
I have recommendations from your grandpa.
yeah, and you were doing druidcraft, so. Well, it's just a really fascinating subject that keeps coming up in conversations that we keep having with fascinating people, and we're trying to learn more about.
Ah, and add a game real quick. You and me, we talked that he did know about the Grow War with our conversation, right? Pertaining to what the circles talked about.
He doesn't know like too much about the Grail War itself.
The Grail
But
War
like the after effects, right?
He knows that something happened that wrecked a lot of ley lines,
Yeah.
and that it's related to a ritual thing that some mages did in Japan.
Okay.
The War is not something that's like common knowledge outside of Clock Tower and other things like that.
Yeah, like I was trying to remember what he did know, because I was like, I think it's the damage, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem to pop up a lot.
Yeah, wait, okay. Do you so you know that the druids are meeting at the end of the week. Do you know why?
I would assume to talk about all the damage that was done. You know, it's kind of bleeding out our place.
Yes, that and the weird portals to the other side of the world that keep
Wait,
popping.
portals.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me about the portals. They're holding out. But to be
No.
fair, I was actually kind of like sneaking in on the meeting.
No, I honestly think we might be delivering that information to them. I
Oh.
don't know how much anyone knows. So there are just bubbles that keep popping up that are linked to the other side of the world, and it's a problem because things from the other side of the world are coming out here and either dying because they can't get mana, or if they stay alive long enough, they're causing a lot of trouble, not intentionally, but
Yeah,
it's
kind of like a confusion frenzy, I guess is the best way to describe it.
it's been a problem that we've been just running into these kinds of problems so much. But I think it's that, and it's what's going on with the ley lines, and there's a
Yeah, they're really damaged.
that something happened at the end of the last Grail War that is directly resulting in all of this stuff. So that's why we're looking into the Grail War thing.
Okay.
Sis, do you have anywhere we could go that might be a little more private talk?
Oh yeah, I totally would have like looked around and made sure we weren't being.
I assumed you were talking about this while you were at your shop. Oh no, it was because you're talking to Vivi. You're right. Never mind. Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We could absolutely get some privacy.
Yeah, I feel like if we discuss this any further, we'll get overheard.
Yeah, and I think Aidin might want a break from the horsing around.
I legitimately thought that we had already entered a place. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, oh, we met with Vivi. We're at wherever place she was
Right.
at.
Yeah, like this is admittedly the drawback of me not throwing you on a map, so that became more ambiguous.
Well, because we ran into her on the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think she can help solve this
Penelope,
problem for you.
the only one who remembers where we're at. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so when you run into her in the street, we're retconning this slightly just so this makes sense because you wouldn't have done this. When you met up with her and, you know, it became clear that you were going to start talking about all this stuff, Vivi sort of nudged everyone in the direction of one of the nearby alleys between buildings because you're still in Rocks Road, but you're not, like, interacting with mages directly. And so you stepped on one of these cobblestone streets in an alley that looks suspiciously like somewhere that Jack the Ripper might murder somebody because it's just that kind of alley.
I love it.
And then she's like, all right, hold on a second. I'm going to make us a little bit of privacy. And she starts casting a spell. And after about a minute of her doing a bunch of gestures with her hands, and actually she's got like a tiny little bead that she pulls out for this, she sets it down in front of her, and the bead starts to expand. And when it expands, it turns into a dome. And this dome then spreads over all of you. And it sort of passes over you almost like slightly chilly air. Like the real world example would be when you walk into air conditioning and it just feels slightly different. But instead of chilly, it's more just cleaner. Because like you're in London pollution a bit. But you're inside of a dome now. And this dome covers the width of the alleyway, and all of you are nice inside of it. You can see out of it, no problem. It otherwise is just there. Like, okay, no one should be able to bother us now.
No,
Hey.
do something like this?
No,
Eventually?
maybe.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know how to do anything like this just yet.
It's a tiny hut. I could show you how to do it if you want.
Hey, that'd be cool. Like, do you use the bead or like it? Because I know, yeah, definitely. You got to teach me how to do this.
It's really helpful when you're out, you know, doing archaeology stuff and you want some peace and quiet to sleep.
Yeah.
Other things can't really find you and wander in.
That would be very helpful.
We used it on the road a couple of times too. I think.
At the very least, it's nice when it rains.
Yeah. But
yes, to answer
wait,
your question.
So nobody can see in here, right?
Yeah, technically, if they're walking down the street and they look this way, what they're gonna see is a big, let's see, what color did I pick today? She like looks around for a second. Purple. I picked purple. So they're gonna just see a big purple ball sitting in here, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, somebody decided to cast Tiny Hut, I guess," and then they'll move on because they're mages. Or they'll stand there rude, but like they can't see in, they can't hear us. It's private.
Okay. I don't know if you want to de-horse can.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great actually. And I just pulls off the hood, stretches his arms out a little bit.
Oh wow, you've got a lot of abs.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Like from her height, she really just sees a ton of abs.
Oh yeah, she probably won't even catch his face at this point. Hold up, he has to like kneel down and like actually greet her.
Yeah.
Like he'll get on his little knees and do like a little handshake.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
proper.
I'm Heather Saxcoat, or Vivi, depending on context.
Ah, gotcha. It's nice to meet you. I am Aidin Suncatcher, or Newton Pomore.
Is that
the
your mage
fancy
horse name?
Hmm?
Is that your mage horse name?
Absolutely.
They'll believe it. You might need to get someone else to tell them, or maybe not. Who knows? Mages are weird.
Ah, interesting. Good to know.
I mean, you could always claim that an experiment with polymorph went terribly wrong, but you're working on getting it fixed. Don't worry about it, and you're very self-conscious, so please don't stare.
Oh my gosh, you're a genius.
But I think you'll have to be as a horse, not a centaur.
Oh yeah. No, the hood's not coming off in there.
I mean, they are real.
I mean, obviously centaurs are
Yeah.
real, but centaurs aren't real according to most people.
They treat you the way they treat a lot of phantasmal species, and it's probably not good.
No.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, like I said, I haven't seen any others. I was kind of raised.
There's not a lot of you
But-
left. Most of you, I think, went to the other side.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, Aidin, are you from the other side of the world?
Metagame.
No.
Was he okay?
No, like metagame, no. You were one of the descendants of the ones who didn't leave.
Okay. I was like, I know they're dead, but did I pop out a fucking hole that I don't know about?
No. Like,
Did a stork
full
drop me
disclosure,
from the
I
other-
had considered letting you do that, but I wanted you to actually have a backstory in this world so that you're not like, what is plumbing? So,
Well, I mean, look, he is still what is plumbing.
yeah,
because
but
he's
I wanted
been
you
with,
to actually
like-
have connections with the world rather than just
Well, yeah,
existing.
yeah. I wasn't sure if like
Yeah.
potentially I was like, okay, did you want to make it like where she just picked me up because she found me and I happened to pop out, or like
No,
'cause he was definitely raised by
way more recent, so it wouldn't have been
Yeah.
that.
Like, you are
Okay, then yeah.
simply one of the descendants of a very small number of centaurs that are still here, which understandably does not have a very wide breeding pool, and so they've been dying out by like unfortunate numbers. Like,
Yeah, it's like he's like, I don't know how long I'll be able to sustain here. So I kinda need those ley lines to be fixed.
So what you're saying is we need to find you a horse girlfriend or boyfriend.
I don't think that's gonna fix the problem of mana.
No.
What did-
If that's how that worked.
in the back end, Annis is like, new wish achieved. I'm gonna win the Grail War and get you laid. Which would be the most Type Moon thing, if we're being honest.
I mean, you're not wrong. Oh god. When you get laid, you produce mana.
Oh, that's depressingly canonical. That's how you transfer it. It's not how you produce it, but yeah.
Everyone will live.
Servants get mana from their masters.
Oh,
In the original Eroge,
Yeah.
oh.
You can get it through specifically bodily fluids. You could also get it from blood, just to clarify, but that's not going to
Yeah.
sell the game.
that's not an excuse to draw Saber and Rin and Sakura in uncompromising positions.
Yeah.
Penelope chiming in to be like, "Don't be nasty."
So yeah, no, he's just kind of like, yeah, no, they decided to stay. I don't think that kind of worked out for them.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I'll have to ask Vivian if she knows anything about centaurs on that side. Ooh. Oh my god.
So now we've got a list of things we need to do.
Man, I've got so many things I've got to talk to her about the next time I talk to her.
Wait,
I've got
isn't
one
this
that
Vivian?
Huh?
Isn't this Vivian?
Yeah,
Well, this is Vivi.
Vivi
Oh,
and Vivi.
Vivi.
Vivian's a different person.
She's further
Um,
away.
Lady.
Huh?
She's further away than I am.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay, okay.
further away. Yeah. I usually just refer to her as the lady. That was a slip of the tongue. So, but yeah, no, I've got a lot to talk to her about the next
I
time
know
I talk to her.
nothing.
Fuck. Hey!
So Vivi is not short for Vivian. That is what he has learned in this conversation.
No, Vivi's.
It's true. That would have been too obvious of a plot twist.
No, Vivi is just short.
Oh,
Hey, you're right.
Anis, I will bite your kneecaps.
I know.
I could make you smaller.
I know.
I can make you taller. You want to hop on my back?
I mean,
Wait, were you
kinda.
talking to Anis or to Vivi?
And he will just ups a daisy and put her on his back. I
She
have learned
looks
that
over at
that's-
Annis and is somehow like eye level. Fair enough.
How does it feel to be so tall?
It's different.
Let's say I have heard these sax coats are very what was the word he used? Famous?
No,
Infamous.
no.
Fabulous?
We're gonna go fabulous because I
That,
know.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, see,
We've
I'll
got
be
our-
on a horse
We've got our
back.
reputations.
There we go, reputation.
we got a reputation. We're fabulous.
Yeah, it's pretty normal there on my back. You know, fancy horse, fancy person.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, to answer your question, we're looking into Grey War things because of the potential of it being the reason why all of this weird thing is happening.
Oh yeah, oh it is definitely the reason why it's happening. I need it to stop happening.
And yes, so do we.
Yeah.
So-
So we got the same goal in mind. Excellent. Don't mind if I tag along.
I don't see a
I
problem
know.
with having
I
an
c-
extremely strong centaur horse man.
I can get you to places pretty quickly. That's what I bring to the table, but nothing more.
Well, you also have just all of those abs. That's
Thank
very valuable.
It's true. I'm counting them right now, and she is.
Oh my god. This is his worth. It's just speed and abs. He's like, I should feel offended, but I don't think I'm smart enough to feel offended. He's like, I did work hard on them.
It's
and
a
I'm glad that
compliment.
Yeah, he's taking it as a full-on compliment. He's like, thanks.
You worked out your core, and I imagine planking is very hard for you.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yes. Yes.
Just imagine centaur push-ups for a second.
Oh my god, I did when you said that, and I don't want to anymore. I really don't.
I'm just imagining the incredibly beefy arms that you would get if you were a centaur who did push-ups.
Like, all I can imagine, the only exercise they could do are like the fucking pull-ups on trees. And it's still like
That's a
a whole
lot to
ass
pull.
ass to pull. Yeah. Whole ass to pull.
That's why you have such a high carrying capacity.
Exactly.
French pressed a tree. Oh my
So
god.
he's stoked for this plan that mages are weird and that he can just walk in as a horse. Like, he's ready.
All right. Huh. I don't know. Are you gonna come to the lecture with us, Vivi?
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Will certainly be a day to remember.
Someone lift me up on Aidin's back.
He will lift you before he puts his hood back on. So he's got like
Well, at least one clock tower person that is convinced that that here the Sax code owns a horse, but Not this horse. We also might have eaten some very expensive plants. Well, I ate them. He just stole one.
I did. I have no remorse.
Me neither.
Did you eat something you found in that greenhouse?
Not
Oh,
in the
not in that greenhouse.
No.
No, we're going back to that later.
It's probably for the best. That guy is a shrooms guy.
That horse be tripping in class, man.
They ate like a fern thing. We ran into a gardener. Do you know a Mint Honeyblossom?
I will make her roll to see if she's familiar with that. There's a good chance because she's Vivi, but we're going to be honest. Let's find out.
Horrible gossip.
A horrible gossip or an awesome gossip?
I mean,
Wait,
really
is she
depends.
Melissa's friend? Melissa's friend's Mint?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh yeah, she can't keep a secret.
Oh no, no, she can't.
we found that out. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, she's a horrible gossip.
We
Oh,
got
I know.
quite a-
Sometimes I tell her things just because then it's more fun when people hear them.
I told her you had horses.
I mean, I sure.
And then
doesn't seem out of character for his.
also I snuck her a CD. And told her she really needed to just interpret the message in a different way.
Which CD did you give her?
I gave her one of mine.
Like one of your subversive ones or one of your more trendy for pop culture ones?
You know, okay, do you remember the one that was like a little more trendy but still had the submersive messages?
Yes.
That one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, that'll be funny. Like she, at the very least, she's the kind of person who will try to play it backwards and find a message.
It'll be hilarious. I can't wait to just hear.
Wait, is that the one that you hid backwards messages in?
No.
Oh, it's the one I hid backwards messages in. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. That's gonna be funny.
I have questions, but I don't think I want to know the answer.
And nobody's going to know the answers because I haven't even told Jameson there were secret messages on that one.
He's a good sport though.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Where is he, by the way?
He is back in Oxford.
Oh, he probably needed a break after all the everything.
Yeah, honestly, he needs a full ass vacation at this point.
And a raise.
I already gave him a raise, but he deserves another one.
I think he might have also learned a little bit more about his industry than he's comfortable with.
Yeah, if I found out that was behind the music industry, I did, but if I were a human with no previous knowledge of all that, then I would probably be reacting the same way. It's a lot.
Yeah, I guess I've just sort of gotten used to the idea that dead apostles touch everything.
Yeah.
They're kind of like big corporations.
Yeah. And maybe they're not all that bad.
Well, some of them actually do their job and protect the planet, I guess.
Yeah.
Most of them seem to just go around making trouble. One of them's a tree.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
We kind of blew up one of his plants
It's for the best.
with a grenade.
That sounds effective.
It was killing an entire forest,
Yeah.
draining the ley lines. We did what we had to. Tree was a bitch.
No, wait. I thought I told you about that, Vivi.
Oh, I know. It's just
Oh.
I was saying it for the benefits of everyone present, just in case they weren't aware. One of them is a tree. So some of them run the music industry, others are trees.
That's true. Some are in the music industry. Some are trees. Some are I don't know, really mysterious.
I think one of them builds giant golems.
Yeah, that too. There's a lot of them. They're all weird. But yeah.
One of them's in Clock Tower now that I think about it. Let's not bother him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's not bother him. Yeah, I don't know, Johnny, is your dude guy you said he's not doing anything bad, right?
I mean, he's running the music industry. I think he might be responsible for boy bands.
Hey, whoa.
Wait, it's the 2000s, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might be behind emo.
I'll have you know that the Backstreet Boys are all actually half elves.
Oh.
And
All right.
they're all pretty nice.
That's good to know. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I opened for one of their tours a couple of years ago. It was fun. They're all weird, but it was fun.
Wait, are all boy bands half elves?
No, just the Backstreet Boys. NSYNC. One of them is an air genasi. And then one of them is a half orc. One of them's a tiefling.
A half orc?
Yeah. And then one of them's a tiefling. I don't remember which one. But, like, yeah.
Johnny is rolling insight on you. Do you want to roll deception/persuasion?
Yes, I'm gonna roll persuasion.
You're telling the truth as far as you know.
Well,
That's a 6, baby.
I has no idea. I thought only country music was overrun by these things, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's trust me, like you go into any entertainment industry and there's people. Oh God, now I've got the hiccups. Yeah, there's phantasmals all over the place. Like I told you about the Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, I think you told us about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Completely bonkers.
For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure a lot of the best lawyers are also phantasmals. Really, anything where you have to convince people that you're right seems to benefit.
Yeah, that tracks.
My uncle knows a tiefling lawyer.
I don't suppose you know his name.
I don't think I got it.
No, you didn't. It was not mentioned.
I don't think so.
I mean, we can ask when we get back.
That's true.
Might be worthwhile. I know a few, and I trust some more than others.
I was about to say, like, if you know them, that'd be pretty cool.
Just hope it's not Joe. I don't trust Joe.
What'd Joe do?
What didn't Joe do?
Oh dear.
There's a song about him, too.
There is?
Yeah. Don't look in his eyes.
Johnny, are you seriously telling me that Cotton Eye Joe is about a tiefling as well?
Yes, he's got mystic eyes. Don't look in his eyes.
I'm gonna look into his eyes.
Don't do it. Don't.
With my glossy eyes.
Just all right. Aidin, rule of thumb: if somebody has mystic eyes, don't look in the mystic eyes.
I will look at.
That's
him
good
with my
advice.
horse eye.
Yeah, Vivi, you know it.
Gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful. Do not do it.
I don't think it's even actually possible with that hood on because it stares just sideways.
Admittedly, yeah, with the weird giant horse googly eyes, they might have trouble using mystic eyes on you.
Excellent.
Which would be pretty funny.
Which actually, wouldn't that also just come into the like? Is that something that they can do with my fey ass self?
Depending on what they're doing.
I don't know.
Like the way that we've implemented mystic eyes in this game have been
no
there are a
idea
number
Mystic
of
Eyes is.
spells that we've adapted for mystic eyes so that they still follow D&D rules.
Oh.
But the general background on mystic eyes from Type Moon is that there are some abilities that separate from being casting spells, they're just natural traits that people or supernatural things have that involve
Okay.
eye contact.
I thought it was a spell for a moment. I was like, oh.
No, like the most famous ones for Type Moon and in general would be like the Stare of Medusa that petrifies you.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
But there's a whole bunch of them in Type Moon and also in our game. Like, I extrapolated a whole bunch of things that made sense off the spell list that you can
I
take as
dare them
feats.
to look at me with my sideway death eyes.
There's quite a few of them out there. But yeah, you just don't.
You probably just don't want to make eye contact. What do his eyes do? It's a strange thing. You make eye contact with him, and then before you know it, you find yourself in another place, and time has passed, and you don't know what happened.
Oh.
That's not good.
Yeah, no.
I think the song was about that.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? It all makes sense.
But yeah, watch out for him. He's tricky. Watch out, but don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And then, Johnny knows a lot about tieflings in the music industry.
There are a lot of them in American country music. It's very strange.
That is odd. On that note.
Yep. Okay, so do we want to pause before you go to the classroom, or would you like to go to the classroom?
Let's go.
Let's go to the classroom. Go ahead and get set up, and
Okay.
then we'll find a pause point before I guess
Yeah.
the lecture starts or something.
All right. Then we will go to a classroom.
I got 26 minutes exactly.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna start dropping you on some maps. The part that you're going to now is colloquially known as Norwich, or the Department for Modern Magecraft Studies. And it is... Oh, wait, Vivi needs to be on the map, too. Vivi, get out here.
Like, now,
We took you off the combat tracker because you weren't around for combating.
now she's getting uppity.
Now gotta drop you in here.
It's like, I escaped combat once. You can't put me in it again.
I like how whenever I add an NPC to it, it automatically assumes they're hostile. It's like an angry Vivi appears.
Ah! Vivi, no! Vivi, why?
How could this have happened?
We trusted you.
You were the chosen one! You were supposed to take us to Clock Tower, not join it! Alright, and then
I have the high ground, Vivi!
Merlin's dumbass gets to be on the map. And I'm gonna set it so that you shouldn't be able to see him, but you're somehow gonna be able to see him because it just seems to be how Merlin rolls. All right. So yeah, Norwich is very much like a more cliche college town. It doesn't have any of the old fancy architecture and is way more run down, the kind of stuff that you would actually expect around a school. Probably the cheapest real estate among all the Clock Tower things because it's the newest and least well funded of the different departments.
Gotcha.
Let's see how well this map comes through. Let's see. All right, there you go. So you're in a hallway?
There's so many of us now.
That's true. All right, can you see yourselves in a hallway?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so like getting in is not hard, especially with Vivi or Hither Saxcoat leading you through because she knows where to go. And for the most part, people are looking over and they see a group of people that they've never seen before with a bird and a horse.
Well, I thought they were students, though.
Yeah, but they've never seen them before. Like
Oh, okay.
These are just disguises. So they see all these people plus Vivi, a bird, and a horse walking through. And like multiple times you can see people like they're about to question the horse. And then they see Heather Saxcoat and another girl who looks similar to Heather Saxcoat. And they just like the meme where someone holds up their hand and then doesn't say anything. just keeps happening. Like, this is just an accepted weird eccentricity of the world of Clock Tower.
Are we riding the horse or no?
As many as you wish to.
Mm.
Yeah, tell you what. At the very least, Heather Saxcoat will ride the horse.
Okay.
Hey.
That makes the horse even less suspicious. When you walk into the area, you can feel the bounded field of the place as you step into it. Similar to other places, it sounds like a very slight ripple as you walk through. Everyone here is a mage or associated with Clock Tower. Like, Vivi tells you this on the way in, and it's kind of confirmed because these people dress in weird ways. Like, this is not a subtle blending in thing. This is way more people who, yeah, a lot of them are British, but they're from all over the world, especially in modern magecraft, which tends to get all kinds of takers. And their dress is everything from someone probably, like, from our mindset, watched a few episodes of Sherlock and thought that was fashion, to ridiculously, like, decades, possibly a century out of date clothing, to completely ridiculous outfits that range from spooky wizard robes to gothic Lolita to whatever. Like, it kind of feels like you're wandering around next to a convention. This place is strange. So a short blonde girl riding a horse is not that weird to them.
It's not a deal breaker.
No. But yeah, so she gets you there. She takes you to a building which does have like a big iconic clock that strikes you as, you know, the nature of Clock Tower. And it's that one that's in the picture that you can see behind Penelope.
Gas.
So you can see that, and you're finally in like actual Type Moon Clock Tower territory.
That's right, Caterpie.
Caterpie is also there. No one is paying attention to Caterpie because they've seen Caterpie before. Caterpie is a respected member of the community. Caterpie also probably has dirt on enough people that nobody wants to cross Caterpie. That is also mage life.
He did make it through Mage TSA without a.
It's true.
A hit.
But yeah, so you're in, and you're in the hallways, and you're sort of walking down, and she is pointing the way from horseback to a room that is up, like the way you're walking down this hallway now, it is up and on your left. There's a lot more going on here that I didn't bother to build into the map because you can just assume there's windows and other stuff. But yeah, if you wish, you can head up there. The doors are open.
Whoop, whoop. There we go.
Oh, are you locked? Is it the default lock thing?
Oh, I
Yeah.
got it now.
There you go. You can move now.
Okay. Woo.
Such a fun default.
Whee.
Whoa. Wow. All right, I'm going in.
Yep, there are a number of students sitting in
Look at
this
all
room.
these
There's a
twins.
professor at the front. It's a pretty big room. And there's a lot of people there. Ignore the fact that a lot of them look like clones. It's because I'm not going to spend 6 hours in Picrew to fill a classroom. Suffice it to say that a bunch of people are in Clock Tower uniforms in this room.
Out of character. I recognize some of these people.
You probably should. It makes sense. This is the rare instance where we're directly treading into Type Moon characters. Because they would be here, and I can't pretend otherwise.
Me going, do I want to sit at the back of the classroom or that really nice seat at the very front?
You're a fork. You probably can't sit
Shit,
on
I
the
got
chair.
Stuck again. Damn it. Why did
It would break.
How did you get stuck?
I don't know.
I don't think there's enough to get stuck here.
Penelope's very good at getting stuck in things. Oh my god, I can't. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, before I walk over, I'm just gonna be like, all right, because I'm short, I'm gonna go sit in the front row. But yeah, if you guys want to sit with me, cool.
Gonna
No.
nuzzle Penelope's head.
What?
Chair for me.
What?
With you.
What?
Move a chair for me so I can sit with you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anybody want to sit anywhere else? Or
I'll sit wherever you sit.
all right, cool. And then she's gonna be like, all right, yeah, let's head that way. I'm gonna sit right in the middle. I want to.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Just right next to you. Yeah, like right there, side by side. That chair's gone. My booty sit down.
Crunch.
Oh no, I was gonna say if you pull it back for me, so I don't
Scoot it
break
over.
it.
So
Wait, why
she
is there
starts to
four
climb on
persons?
you, and then she notices there are people sitting directly behind the horse and decides better. Oh, is this the problem that tall people have?
Yeah. Oh, here, yeah. She just
Oh,
like
wait. Crawl into like the front side. He's got like.
the chair's still technically beside me. It's just there's a horse next to the chair.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
yeah, as you're all just not at all subtly being that group of people who wander up to the front of
We're
other
good
people
students.
sitting in a movie theater environment, you see a wide variety of people in this room. Like, yeah, all the ones that are using the same Fate Grand Order protagonist and Clock Tower uniform icons are obviously the less exciting students. But there are a few other people in here that stand out a bit.
I see too.
Yeah. So, Annis, you've met one of these before.
Oh
Yeah, Luvia.
Yeah. You've been keeping her grandmother alive for some time now.
Oh shit.
And you know that she's from a very wealthy and well-established mage family.
Penelope's gonna start looking around the room to see. She probably does not recognize a single person. She's gonna look around and like. She's gonna lean over and be like, and to Vivian's just gonna be like, "Do you know anybody in here?" Just like very like whispering, quiet.
Like over Johnny.
Yeah, she's gonna like lean over, like just basically, like all up in Johnny's lap, but whatever.
It is what it is. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of really influential mages in here. This classroom has a reputation for, without fail, anyone who sticks with it succeeds. The professor is amazing.
Bet.
That professor has the horse's full attention.
The professor is staring at the horse.
And he's staring right back with his little sideway eyes.
It's just, there's an incredulous look on his face. If anyone has seen enough of case files, you know what happens when Lord El-Melloi makes a waiver face, and that's what's happening right now.
Does he have glasses on or no glasses?
So funny thing, as he sees the lot of you walk in, he reaches under the table and pulls out glasses and puts them on.
Oh.
Oh.
Just to make sure he's not seeing them. Yeah.
Or they might be the code blockers or whatever.
Maybe.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Cool.
But he sees this ridiculous group of people come in and sit right in the front row. But he doesn't say anything. He just watches it happen.
Look, we're here to learn.
It's true. And so I think on that we'll stop so that we can start with his actual lesson, and then you can get to the question and answer afterwards.
Ooh, yeah.
But yep, you're now in a room with several actual Type Moon characters. Let's see how ineffectively I can mimic them, having never heard any of them dubbed.
Before we close out, Penelope's just gonna turn around and be like, "Sorry about the horse." And then just turns back
The guy
around.
sitting immediately behind you, it's fine.
Horse swivels head, makes eye contact.
horse swivel's head like when you have your head twist around unnaturally?
No, not that far. Just sideways, because the eye can just side stare.
Okay.
Does
Are you a real horse or are you like a mage horse?
nay. Soul's face back.
The girl next to him leans over and goes, I think it's one of those were horses. Like, it's a man sometimes and a horse sometimes.
No, he's just a horse.
On the full moon, I transform. Werewolves.
I mean, we joke, but I think I have stats for those.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of were creatures in D&D.
That is absolutely true. So I'm just like, it is a possibility.
Yeah, and to credit, Annis is thankfully in disguise here, but she sees the girl with blonde hair and the ridiculously long drills is watching your group with interest. She's leaned forward and steepled her hands and is staring at you all. But she's not saying anything either.
It be how it be sometimes.
And as our final act before we close, Hemlock is going to fly over here.
Oh, to the one person I was creeping on earlier.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Just plops right next to her.
Oh, buddy.
I was like, I see those blue eyes, and that white hair. Hew.
Yep. And so that's where we'll stop on this one. When we pick up next time, you'll get to hear my questionable waiver impersonation as we get through his lesson, because I've written it. You're going to get it.
Yes.
And then we'll see where things go from there.
I'm so excited.
Plot twist, we have Lucian Dodge as a special guest next week.
Let me get right on that. I mean, I would accept if I could get like the person who did like Fate Zero or whatever to do it too. Or any of the various abridged shows. That'd be fun as well.
We're putting it out into the universe.
Let it manifest for 2022.
Turns out that's how I waste my monkey's paw.
Excellent.
Like I wish for like the voice actor, but like I get the Japanese one and none of us understand him, but we're also impressed by his voice that we're okay with it.
Yeah. Or we get
like the Spanish voice actor.
oh shit, why am I blanking?
Oh no.
The unlimited abridged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
They don't have a waiver, but
they don't. But that would be fun to have.
if they get to the end and they do the epilogue, we might get to hear their waiver, and that would be fun.
That would be fun.
But they're only halfway through, I think, so
Oh wow.
might be a while.
Yeah.
Apparently it's all scripted. Like, credit where due. I think it's all scripted, and I think
It
they've
says
recorded
so
it all, and it
long.
just takes forever to edit because ufotable footage is a pain in the ass to work with because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I think it took them like 6 months to do one episode with Castor because she constantly has lighting effects in front of her damn face.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
You pretty much have
I'm
to
gonna run away.
offset all of the effects that are going on her and then add new ones. And that's just so much work.
Yeah, that really is.
But they're serious about it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep, so we'll pick up on that next time. We'll figure out when that is, and then we'll jump in.
Gotcha.
Woo!
Thank you again.
Thanks, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed our adventures of sneaking horses into places.
Till next time.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Bye.